What's up YouTube? Mike here with another video, and today I wanted to do an unboxing and impression slash review of the iPhone XR smart battery case. Now this is the third generation battery case that Apple's actually put out. The first was way back with the iPhone 6s Plus or iPhone 7 I think, and then of course for the 8 series, and now you've got it for the 10 series, and I guess I activated Siri. Anyways, let's open this thing up. I've honestly never owned one of these. However, I was kind of curious how good this really is. And to be honest with you, I have the iPhone XR, so this is obviously the XR case. And with the XR, the battery life is so good that honestly, I've never felt the need to actually have a battery case. But I got this for those times that maybe I want to travel, have a long flight, or go backpacking or camping. So let us try and open this thing without destroying the box, and we'll see what we get inside of this thing. All right, so obviously it's not going to be a whole lot because it's just a battery case, but let's take this thing out. Now obviously when the first gen battery case was actually released, everybody kind of made fun of it because of the way the thing looks with the hump. But I think they've actually improved that quite a bit. So in this generation, instead of just having where it looked like you had a square, they brought the battery all the way out to the edges. So it's actually uniform all the way around now, with the exception of the top. And this is one of the rare cases, I guess, when Apple has actually taken form or function over aesthetics. So, and what I mean is, aesthetically, I still am not necessarily a fan of how you got this disproportion here, but they did that because of this hinge. I think they call it like a flexible hinge or something, but this essentially allows you to put your phone in and out, and it actually makes it way easier to put your phone in and out. On the inside of this thing, it's got like a microfiber felt, and then of course you got the lightning little dongle. So let's go ahead and stick this thing in here. And again, that little hinge actually makes it pretty darn easy. And now when you stick this in here, it actually gives you a battery widget, which I'll show you. So that is what makes this better than I think the third-party cases is. This is integrated with iOS. So you always know what the battery level is of this thing, and you don't have to turn it off and on. iOS actually manages the battery itself. So if it needs juice, it uses it. If it doesn't, it won't. And also some improvements on the bottom of this is you've got these little speaker grills on the bottom, and you don't have the big chin that you used to have on the first and second generation of these. All right, so talking about the price of this thing, it is a little pricey. It's $129. But to put it in perspective, if you buy the Mophie series, those always start over $100. So you're going to pay about an extra $10 for this. But the benefit is, again, this is a first-party accessory, so it integrates and talks to iOS. So again, it gives you the widget, the battery, and it just manages itself, as opposed to the Mophie juice packs where you are the one who has to manage it. You've got to turn it off. You've got to turn it on. And when it's on, it's on. And when it's off, it's off. This, it's all automatic. So that alone, I think, makes it worth it to me. But again, this is obviously going to add some bulk to the iPhone. But you have to ask yourself, do you want more battery or do you want a thinner profile? But I think it seems to be a pretty good product. I don't think it looks bad, to be honest with you. And like I said, this will give you some pretty good drop protection. If you put it face down, the screen's not going to touch the ground. So it does a pretty good job of protecting the actual phone. So now, as far as the specs of this, Apple advertises that you're actually going to get about 39 hours of talk time, 22 hours of internet use, and 27 hours of video playback. Now, I don't think they're trying to imply that you get that plus what the phone battery will give you. I think that is total, but I could be wrong. But the iPhone XR is already the longest lasting iPhone that Apple's created to date. So with this phone, I've never not been able to make it through a day. So honestly, this, if it even doubles, the battery is going to be pretty darn impressive. So it'll make it a true 2.5 day phone. So, and also an improvement over the last gen is now this will actually support wireless charging. So if you've got any wireless charging base, you set this on there, it's going to charge the device and the phone. And you can also charge it wirelessly without the phone being inside of it. So when you do that, there's actually a little LED so you know that it's charging, but you can 100% charge this wirelessly, which I think is probably the best improvement over this in this device compared to last year. So, all right, so there you have it. There's not really a whole lot you can talk about when it comes to just a phone case, but when it comes to battery cases, if you have an iPhone, this is probably the one to get as opposed to third-party cases, strictly because of the iOS integration. If that doesn't mean anything to you and you want to save some money, then by all means, get a different one. But if you actually want the integration with iOS, I think Apple actually did a really good job designing this when it comes to the software integration. So as always, if you've got any questions on this product, please drop it in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. Thanks.